Chapter 1, The Mission That Wasn't Meant to Succeed. The launch window opened at 4:17 UTC. Jack knew the number without looking. He knew it the way one knows the rhythm of their own breath. Unavoidable, precise, indifferent. The launch pad lights washed the spacecraft in a pale, almost apologetic glow. From inside the cockpit, Earth looked unreal, like a carefully rendered simulation too familiar to be trusted. Jack adjusted his gloves, then paused. Why am I calm? He had asked himself that question before, too many times. Heart rate stable, the onboard system said. Female voice, neutral, comfortingly empty of concern. Of course it is, Jack muttered. Disappointing you would be statistically unlikely. Silence followed. The system didn't respond to sarcasm. That was one of the things he appreciated about machines. Outside, the sky was still dark but not asleep. Jack imagined cities breathing below him, millions of decisions, mistakes, arguments, love affairs, betrayals. All that noise compressed into a thin blue shell. So much chaos, he thought. And yet it keeps working. He had devoted his life to understanding why. The mission brief echoed in his memory, rehearsed so often it had lost its words and become shape instead. Open quote. Observe anomalous radiation patterns near a rotating black hole. Confirm or falsify deviations from Hawking's predictions. No heroics. No improvisation. Close quote. Jack smiled faintly. No heroics, he whispered, as if that's ever how it works. He reached up and tapped the glass above him, a habit he had never quite shaken. You and me, he said softly to the spacecraft. Let's not pretend this is curiosity. This is obsession. The truth was simpler than the press releases. Jack wasn't trying to understand the universe. He was trying to understand why intelligence survived its own awareness. The countdown voice began. T-minus 10 minutes. Jack leaned back, letting the restraints tighten. His reflection stared back at him from the curved display, older than he felt, younger than he should have been. A thought surfaced, unwanted. If we were smarter, would we still need to feel? He dismissed it. He always did. Emotion, he believed, was a temporary evolutionary patch. Useful, inefficient, eventually obsolete. Every model he had worked on pointed to the same conclusion. Civilizations that survived long enough either outgrew emotion or were destroyed by it. Earth, he suspected, was late. T-minus 8 minutes. Jack closed his eyes. He remembered his mother's voice. Warm, inconsistent, impossible to model. The way she used to say his name when she was worried, stretching the vowel like it could slow time. Jack, he exhaled sharply. Memory purge request denied, the system said calmly. I didn't ask, Jack replied. I complained. T-minus 5 minutes. The vibration began, low, patient, like something enormous clearing its throat. Jack opened his eyes. Talk to me, he said, not to the system, but to himself. Say it out loud. Why are you really here? He hesitated, then quietly, because if the universe has rules, they should make sense. The words felt thin, inadequate. He tried again. Because if intelligence is inevitable, then suffering shouldn't be. That felt closer. Jack stared at the data stream scrolling beside him. Equations, probabilities, confidence intervals. Order, comfort. T-minus 1 minute. His mind wandered, not forward but sideways. What if intelligence isn't about knowing more? What if it's about needing less? The idea unsettled him. Focus, he told himself. You're projecting. Ignition sequence start. The engines came alive with a violence so precise it bordered on elegance. Jack's body pressed into the seat. Numbers spiked, then stabilized exactly as predicted. See, he said aloud. Predictable, reliable. That's how progress works. The sky outside began to peel away, layers of atmosphere surrendering one by one. Earth shrank. Jack watched it without sentiment. Goodbye, he said anyway. Not because he felt it, but because saying it felt expected. The planet receded into a fragile sphere of blue and white. For a moment, just a moment, Jack felt something unfamiliar. Not fear, not excitement, a strange, hollow certainty. If intelligence survives long enough, he thought, it stops needing witnesses. The spacecraft pierced the dark. Behind him, Earth continued, unaware. Ahead of him, something waited, and the different as ever did not warn him that this mission was never meant to return.